So we've been getting a lot of work done on the property. Right now, we're currently working on the front of our house, trying to stabilize the foundation and getting some tree work done, which you guys will be seeing in the near future. Everything was going good until the other night when we went to bed. It started raining that afternoon, maybe at 5 or 6 o'clock. It was raining.
Like a light rain.
And we didn't think anything of it. We went to bed, we slept, and it rained all night. You could hear it on the bus roof. It was just loud rain. But when we woke up, we were not expecting to see what we saw, which was a flood. Our whole property got flooded out. It was crazy. Now, many of you guys have suggested or asked in the comments about our home, whether it's in a flood zone or not, and it is in a flood zone. That is something that we knew about before buying it and took that into our consideration when making that purchase. So we're okay with it being in a flood zone. It's amazing how much it flooded, how quick it flooded, because it's a lot.
Yeah.
So it rained and rained and rained all night. Crazy water. We woke up and we were shocked. We were saying, I can't believe this. But that day that we woke up to that flood, it started raining again. And it rained and rained and rained. And then it really got high, to the point where Ashley had to move the bus to the end of our driveway, to the road.
Yeah.
Because it was starting to get, the water was coming up to the bus door in our driveway.
Yeah, it was like this close to the bottom of the step.
So we got the bus out of the driveway, and there was not much else we could do but watch it rain and see what happens. It just kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper until we're at the point we're at now. Let me show you. So this is our backyard. Literally, this is the backyard. This isn't the pond. The green is the pond. So this is our yard. And completely submerged. In fact, we're standing on our back deck. And yeah, we're underwater everywhere.
Pretty much the whole property is underwater, like all of it.
We got some ground over here.
And we're not the only property underwater. The neighboring property is underwater too.
In fact, our street is underwater.
Yeah.
Like the road is closed because there's so much water. And so that kind of makes us feel better that this is an unusual thing, because you can see this is not a normal event.
We've had locals say we've been getting more rain than usual.
And this is not actually the first flood. We actually flooded out quite a bit actually. We flooded out during the first hurricane when we came here.
Yeah, Elsa.
Now, that was fine. It was a hurricane. But this rain, which was normal rain, is actually bringing us above that level.
Yeah.
So that was pretty weird. I mean, the water was up to our knees walking in the driveway. If you can imagine that.
Yeah, I can't even wear my boots around because the water would just spill into them.
Now, last night, this deck was underwater. It was floating.
Floating.
But if you stepped on it, it would sink down.
And we could move it around.
Yeah. So the water has gone down a few inches overnight, which is good.
Yep.
And it's probably going to keep going down. It'd probably take a couple days to get back to normal. But we just wanted to share it with you because it was such a cool and unusual thing.
I wish we had a kayak and we could kayak through the woods and stuff and see how far this water goes.
Yeah. In fact, we looked for a kayak, but we couldn't find one anywhere.
Yeah. The stores all seemed sold out and stuff.
Yeah. Now, we did, before even purchasing the property, we looked at all the flood maps and seen where the flood zones were. And there is a flood zone. And the house wasn't in it. This is unusual. The house was outside of the flood zone for the most part. But it was more this way.
Yeah.
But the whole property is underwater. In fact, the neighbor's property wasn't in a flood zone and they're underwater. And the street is underwater. Everything's underwater. So I feel like this is above normal.
Yeah.
Or the flood zone maps are out of whack. Maybe somebody clogged something up somewhere.
Yeah, that would be annoying if somebody disrupted
the flow of water.
Flowage somewhere.
Now, we don't really know, but we're going to work with it. And in fact, I'm enjoying this. The kids love it. It's
And it would be really fun if we actually had a kayak. It's like our own personal lake to kayak on.
Yeah, so we're just not prepared. And that's what we're going to be working on, is getting prepared. As we, get settled into our new home, we're going to be thinking about systems that would help. For example, when we build gardens, we're going to have to build raised bed gardens because a flood like this will destroy your garden.
Oh, yeah.
So raised bed gardens, in fact, raising up pretty much anything that's going to get damaged. A workshop, if I build a workshop, which I'd love to do, or a storage shed.
Now we know how high to do it.
Yeah, we're going to have to definitely put it up in the air and ramp up to it because you don't want to store everything in your shed, in your workshop, and have it get flooded out on you. So this is what we need to see right now. Working with nature. I mean, it's better to have too much water than not enough, I think.
I think I'd rather live where it's too wet than too dry.
Some other things I would love to do is rain catchment. We have tons of rain. Let's do some rain catchment. We need some big, what are they, like storage containers?
Water storage containers, yeah.
Yeah, big ones. So none of this is going to be like super soon. We got to get settled in. We're still like getting a feel of the property, but we definitely do some rainwater catchment. And I'm thinking raised platforms. I think it'd be really fun to build kind of bridges through the property, like a raised walkway. Picture like a dock so that you can get around, because this probably doesn't happen often. It could only happen once or twice a year. It could happen less than that. I have no idea. Or it could happen several times a year. We have no idea what to expect.
Or maybe it only happens like one every 10 years and we just happen to move in at this time.
But how fun would it be to have like wooden raised pathways to select areas just so you can get around? So anyway, we're just dreaming and looking and sharing. But what this means is putting a slight pause to our work, so it's break time. We were actually working on the front of the house, getting footings, getting piers put in. Yeah, like I have wood under the house and everything that's just sitting in the water now.
Yeah.
The bottom of the house has water under it, so we're fully submerged, which means I can't do anything. Yeah. We just wanted to do a quick video and show you the crazy stuff that we're dealing with.
Something that is unfortunate is I showed you guys Wade's nest, and I think it's underwater at this point.
Yeah, we were hoping for the best. The first day I think it was safe, but the second day it was just too high.
Yeah, the eggs might not even have been fertilized, but it's still sad.
Yeah, and just for anybody new, Wade is a duck, probably a wild duck or a neighbor's duck that comes to our property and laid eggs in a hollow tree in our backyard.
I tried to walk over to the tree, but it was so deep and I didn't want to like have snakes biting me or something, so then I came back.
Yeah.
And we always get a lot of comments and questions like talking about alligators and if we have them here. So far we have not seen them here.
I was just saying last night, if we were going to get alligators, this would be the time when everything's flooded out and they can get around easier. So
yeah.
We're keeping an eye out. We know snakes and alligators and everything else, so we're definitely keeping an eye out. We're keeping the kids safe. We let them know thoroughly what to do and where to go, and so try not to worry too much. We got that under control, I hope. So I think there's some good things about flooding. First, we've noticed a lot less cockroaches after it floods.
Yeah.
Our ground, when we moved in, was covered. If you move the leaves, you'd see hundreds of cockroaches crawling all over the place. Little
there
ones.
was thousands of cockroaches here.
Millions.
Yeah.
So this pretty much wipes them out, and along with a lot of other things. So it gets rid of a lot of critters, which we don't mind the life, but we're trying to make this property like more lived in, so it's nice to get rid of the cockroaches and the stuff that you don't want.
Mm-hmm. And last time when the water went down, we were getting a lot of ibises here and stuff, eating like the worms, the dead worms, and that was cool.
Yeah. Oh, they were sucking them up like spaghetti.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting because it smells so bad. After the water goes down, for like a day or two, it smells.
It smells like rotting worms.
That's the unpleasant part. Don't worry about the house. I think it's totally fine. It's been here a long time. It's going to ride this out totally fine. But that's probably why the footings shift and settle, especially some of them that are just sitting on the surface of the ground.
Yeah.
With this much water, of course it's going to move around a little bit. So we're taking care of that, and I think we have a good solution for now. Now, we did have one casualty from this flood, and that was our concrete. Believe it or not, we bought a whole pallet of concrete mix, bags of concrete. These are 80-pound bags I never expected this flood to happen at this time. So the pallet was on the ground full of concrete, and like I said, we woke up in the morning with a flood. We didn't even know that was going to happen. So
Yeah.
the bottom row of concrete bags was underwater, and the water just kept going up. We probably lost the couple, like the bottom 2 rows of bags on the pallet, and who knows.
Like with the wicking,
Yeah.
who knows, we could ruin the whole pallet.
So we lost some concrete, and we're gonna have some bag-shaped bricks that we'll have to deal with. But that's just what happens. So we just have to deal with it. And luckily, concrete isn't super expensive, so we'll recoup from that pretty easily. It'll be fine. You gotta always be prepared. I'm telling you, you never know what's ahead. And that's how our whole life has been. We just take it as it comes, go with the flow, and just see what happens.
Yep.
I hope you guys enjoyed the update and seeing our flooded property. I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of mixed feelings about this, but like I said, we're okay.
We're okay with it.
It's fine. It is what it is, and
We gotta get a kayak.
yeah. So, thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
Bye.